Hi guys and welcome to Horologique. Today I'm going to be unboxing this little Vostok GMT, and it's only my second Vostok, the first being the classic scuba dude, of course. I was impressed by everything on this watch, but by the accuracy, which is not great. It comes at around -20, -30, which is not wonderful for a watch. But anyway, I'm going to see if this one turns out a bit better. So let's go, let's check out this watch. As you can see, I've already opened the package, already taken a sneak peek at the watch. I'm like that. But let's go, let's open it so you can see. Yes, it comes wrapped. It comes pretty well wrapped, as you can see. Let's take the box. It is a very cheap plastic box, as you can see. It does its job, so that's fine. Let's look at the watch. Okay, yes, and this is the GMT model. I forget the model number, they're always very weird and very long, but here it is. As you can see, it comes with this little holder on it, so yeah, that's nice. And here is the watch. As you can see, it comes wrapped in a lot of protective plastic. But let's take it off. I'll tell you what, let's take this one protecting the crystal together, and then we'll speed up for the rest. Okay, yay, there you go. And yeah, this dial looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's a bit turquoise. And before I forget, of course it comes with a little manual here, which I have no idea what it says. Komandirskie, of course. And that's about it. Oh yeah, take a look at that. It does come signed. As you can see, it's very basic paperwork, but it does come signed. I don't know how long the warranty is for, but okay, let's get back to the watch. I did not buy it from Merenom or from eBay. I bought it from Vostok, which is, well, apparently it's the actual factory store from these watches, and it's all, I'm gonna leave a link below, but it's all in Russian, so you may want to translate that with Google. That's what I did to be able to buy this watch. Okay, I think that's all of it. So let's see, first impression. Let's wind the watch a little bit because it has not been wound. Yeah, it's pretty good. Does it have that quirky? Yeah, it does have that quirky crown. As you can see, it's very loose, but it's a safety feature, so you do not break the movement if you bump the crown. Alright, let me wind it a little bit. Here we are. It's a screw down, of course, ensuring those 200 meters of water resistance. Alright, it's a little bit hard in the end. There it's pretty easy at the beginning to screw back on, but then at the end it gets a little bit hard. That must be the seal somehow. Let's see the dial first and take a look at the dial. You've got your numerals at 12, 2, 4, 6 and 8, and at 10 you've got that sub-dial with the second hands, where you also have the numerals 15, 30, 45 and 60. Very nice. I don't think I have seen another watch with the seconds at 10. And this is of course a GMT. You've got the GMT bezel, as you can see in there, and the bezel is bi-directional. But one of the big defects that I can see with this bezel is that it's very easy to rotate. But anyway, you will be checking your time with the big hand. The dial is a matte dial. It's gray, it's not black. It looks black under some lights, but when you put it under the right light, you can see that it is gray. And it has those red touches with that star and the two chevrons from the Komandirskie, it must be. and that red GMT hand. And also the second hand is red as well, which is a very nice touch. Let's take a look at the case now. And first, the shape of the case is not really, it's very angular, as you can see. You've got 3 angles on each side of the case. The finishing is much more involved than with the Scuba Dude. As you can see, it's also a much larger watch. But as you can see, you've got on top of the bezel insert, you've got a circular brushing, pretty well made, and that circular brushing extends to the top of the lugs. And again, this is pretty well made for a watch that costs, I believe it cost me around 50, not even 60 euros. So that is wonderful for this sort of price. The brushing continues on the side of the case, and the brushing is horizontal. Again, very well made. The angles are pretty sharp in a good way. And as I said, it's pretty involved here. Let's measure this watch, because as you could see when I compare it with the Amphibia, it's pretty big. I'm getting a 41.3 when I measure from this side of the case to the same surface on the other side. Let's see if I measure from there to there. Yeah, I'm getting more if I measure diagonally. I am getting 43. We'll see how it wears later on my wrist. How about the height? And keep in mind that you've got these very big domed acrylic crystals. So let's see. So we've got a, let's say a 15, pretty much a 15. Yeah, it's a 15. And the lug to lug, 48.7, almost 49. You've got a 20 in lug width, and the bracelet tapers from a 20, of course, to a 20. So the bracelet does not taper at all. So it's not a small watch. It doesn't appear overly large. And the good news is that this bracelet appears better than what you would expect from a Vostok. Vostoks are known for having horrible bracelets. I disagree with the bracelet on the on this one, on the Amphibia. It's not as bad as people say, but here it's a step up, I believe. Yeah, you get some links that are stuck, as you can see there. It's not the best quality. It's a 3-link bracelet, and you've got the middle link that is polished and the side links that are brushed. And the important thing here is that you've got a butterfly clasp. You do not have any other kind of clasp. It is butterfly here. And as at the back, it's like a radar, you know, in those war movies, like a radar here. In keeping with the nature of the watch, it's supposed to be a military watch again. Let's see how it wears on my wrist, this one. I will not size it yet, but let's see. And just for reference, I've got a 16.5 centimeter, 6.5 inch wrist. And yeah, I don't think it looks too big. It does not even look big, I would say. I would say it looks, yeah, it looks big, but not overly so. It looks, of course, it looks pretty thick, with those 15 centimeters of thickness, but it's not monstrous, you know? It's not huge. It looks big, but it looks okay. Especially, I believe, because the dial is not so large, actually. So the watch ends up looking pretty small. Okay, let's do 2 things to wrap this first impressions video. Let's check the lume, and then we'll check the accuracy in one position. Shall we do that? Alright, the lume, not too bad for a Vostok. You know, Vostoks are known for having pretty bad lume. But these, even though on the indices it looks like pretty bad lume, check the hands, they look very bright, as does the little triangle there for the GMT hand, which is very nice, and that inverted triangle that I am moving there for the elapsed time. Let me see how the GMT function works. So I'm unscrewing the crown, first position. Yeah, it appears there's only one position of the crown, and it appears that the GMT hand is enslaved to the rest of the time, which is too bad. So it's basically an AM PM indicator, but for the rotating bezel, which allows you to check for a time zone. So yeah, why not? But I would have liked that GMT hand to be independent somehow. You cannot get that much for your 60 euros, can you? And as you can see, no good surprise here, as unprecise as Vostoks are. Well, too bad. Anyway, you don't get these watches for their accuracy. But I was expecting maybe something better, maybe a plus 15, plus 20, that would have been good. Not that these cannot be regulated. I might try to regulate it afterwards. Alright, let's sum up this watch. Not a bad watch, this Komandirskie GMT. Pretty large, but it doesn't look large on the wrist, so that is very good. A lume that is pretty good for a Vostok. An accuracy that's, well, so-so, as is usual with Vostok, but much better finishing than we're accustomed to seeing from this brand, and a better bracelet, which is usually the Achilles heel of this brand. Alright, so I'll tell you what, I'll spend a bit of time with this one, and then I'll come up with a full review. If you have not seen the review of the little amphibia here, I will leave a link in the description below and in here or either here, so you can go and check that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can keep on bringing you reviews of these very, very nice watches. So thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Goodbye!